Hello, my whimsical friends. Don't mind the noises in the background. My cat is in playing mode right now. So, yeah, there he is. I thought about what we could do together today, and I need to make my herbal hair water. I have curls, as you see, and if I wash them too much, they get too dry. And with this water in the morning, I can just make it wet a little, like with this thingy dispenser spray bottle. And then I can style it a little better, and it also helps the hair to stay healthy. It looks way healthier with that water. And I use rosemary and horsetail. And I just actually on the walk I filmed with you, I found horsetail in the wild, so I can forage it whenever it's totally grown, which is amazing. I totally forgot to film it for you, which I noticed when I was back home. I was like, because I was so happy about the mugwort, and I actually filmed that. But I forgot to film the horsetail. We will do that someday in the future. So I just mixed in this little bottle horsetail and rosemary. It's dried, it's bought. I'm looking forward to using the fresh herbs. We have rosemary in the garden, but it's still in the beginning stages. It's April now, and I don't want to cut anything off until it's reached its full potential. So yeah, but I think in late summer, early autumn, we can make our hair water with fresh herbs, and that's exciting. It is exciting. And yeah, that's what we're going to do today. I also will talk a little bit about the books I'm reading right now and answer a question from the last comment. You seeing something? So that's what we're going to do today. I got my hairdo messy done and getting stuff done, like I like to say. And yeah, let's start with the water and then get cozy here again on my little nook and talk about books and things. Let's get going. So let's get started. We need a pot, and I use filtered water. I already put it in here because that's the amount of water we need, right? I put it on full because there will be water, evaporating language. So what we're going to do now is turn on the heat on max so it cooks, and then we'll add the herbs. I put in about, I think, half of this thing because we wanted to have a lot of essence in it. And now we just wait until it cooks and stir, and yeah, let's get going. You could also add a little bit of mint if you want to. It's a little bit refreshing for your scalp and smells nice. I will just keep it with the rosemary and horsetail for now. Or if I think about it, we do have fresh mint in the garden. let us go and get some mint. Let's go. So we got the mint. Look at it. Freshly from the garden. It smells so good. For a little kick in the morning. Now we just let it cook up for a while. Oh, it smells so good. Oh. I think we can turn the heat off already and let it just simmer a little bit more until it stops. It actually looks like a little pond with water ripples from something that's in the water. I think we're finished now, and take the pot from the heat. And now let's sieve it through. Now let me show you one of the most favorite places for me in my house, which is the coffee and tea area. Let's cook up some tea. I'm back. So this is going on. I don't know what it is, but we'll call it a hairdo, okay? It's supposed to be like that. So we made our hair water and our tea, which we will sip on now. It's still, can you see it? The steam, a little bit, right? Cheers. It seems like this mug is as big as my head. So good. So good. I have black tea from Ireland. I fell in love with Ireland once. Ireland was my first love. Okay. And since then, I always buy this tea. It's Lions, I think that's how we call it. By the way, not sponsored. anything. This is no commercial in this video. What's that? Okay, but it's just things I love that I share with you here. So yeah, and let's start with the books I'm reading right now. At the moment, I like to read one non-fiction book and one fiction book to just, you know, swap around whatever I'm into at the moment. I am reading Folk Magic and Healing, An Unusual History of Everyday Plants by Fess Inkwright. And the cover is so beautiful. Can you see it shimmering like the gilded parts of the book? It's so pretty. Look at it. I'm a sucker for a good cover. I love a good cover. This book is about plants and their history and their folklore back in the days, and it's really, really interesting to read about those plants and what people thought those plants would do back in the day, and some medicinal information is in it too, and what to make out of them, like tea and stuff, forms and preparation. You can make syrups out of some, oils and tinctures, and compresses and tea, of course. And it's interesting. It's not like the full herbal information book. It's more about the history and the folklore, but I love it. And oh my gosh, the illustrations in this book are so beautiful. Let me just show you some. It's just pretty, and you get to know a lot, and I love that. It's really fun to read. Oh, look at the end pages. Oh my god. It's just it's an art piece. This is a piece of art. I mean, every book is, but this is just, I love this book so far. I read about, can you see that? Yeah, like this part I read. So there's still a lot ahead of me, and I'm looking forward to it. Then I needed to choose a new book, well, less or more new from my TBR, because I just finished Belladonna, which the cover I will put in here or something. And that was a great book. Maybe I will do another video with a review. I don't know. So now I came back to a book that I already started. I started the Ecotar series. Ecotar. It sounds so weird. A Court of Thorns and Roses series. And I read the first two, and I started the third one. Like, I'm just a little bit in, as you see. And now I wanna finish it. When I started this, I got into a reading slump and never picked it up again. So now is the time. I feel like diving into this story again. It will probably wreck me. I don't know. We will see. And yeah, a court of wings. A Court of Wings and Ruin by Sarah J. Maas. Looking forward to that. Those are the two books I'm reading right now. Also, what I like to do every day is a little Duolingo. You can see it right here somewhere. I'm learning Swedish because a friend is from Sweden, and he's learning German, and a friend of mine is learning Swedish as well. So we're kind of in this Duolingo group and learning, and it's fun. It's fun to learn a new language, and Swedish is interesting. I love it. So yeah, I just wanted to show you that. That's a part of my daily life. I do it every day, just a little bit, and it's fun. Cat, stop it. Okay, so let's move on. And now I'm gonna get a little bit more comfy here. Because on my last video I got a question from it. When you read it, it reads like we don't know each other, but she's actually a really good friend of mine. Her name is Jen. Cheers to you. Hot tea just hits a different spot. Yummy. Okay. I also like coffee, by the way. I'm a coffee lover and a tea lover, both. So, yeah. The question was, because I talked about balance, and she asked, when did I realize this and how did it come into my life? So here goes. I don't want to dive too deep because that will be like I don't know how long that video would be, but we will touch on it someday, and I will just give you my whole journey in pieces. But after the divorce of my ex, I fell into a big hole. Depression, anxiety. It wasn't so bad for a long time. I lived with depression. Well, now I know that I lived with depression my whole life. And it just flared up here and there. But after that, it was bad. Like really bad. And that's the point when I realized that I need help. That I couldn't continue on this journey on my own. And that was a big, huge step to acknowledge that you have a problem that you can't solve on your own, that you need help. It's a big, brave step. And I got in therapy, and that helped a lot. But I still didn't have the epiphany, if you want so. And I still got stuck in a rut a lot. So then my psychologist suggested that I go into a clinic. And I was in this, let's call it a mental health clinic, for lack of better translation, for 2 months. And being with people that have the same problems like you do, and having therapy, group therapy, art therapy was helpful. And the good thing was you didn't have any responsibilities except to go to your lessons, therapies, whatever. And the staff was so understanding and well trained, and just being around people that know how it feels helped immensely. Like, I can't even put it into words. Like, you could just concentrate on yourself for 2 months, and that was a gift, really. Mm-hmm. In this 2 months in various therapy sessions, I recognized that I have 4 fields, I would say 4 categories in life that helped me out of depression, or to keep me stabilized, if you so will. Also, okay, let's first, I'm all over the place in my head right now. And that is 4 categories. Big, nature. And I kind of knew this in my heart, but it was so hard to go outside. It still is a lot of the time. but it's a big part. Whenever I go into a forest or go for a walk, afterwards I feel so clear in my head, so grounded. Then it's creativity, which I discovered in art therapy, that it's a vital part of my life. And what I do for creativity is journaling and just crafting and crocheting and other things. Like I did a lot of painting in that time. I neglected it a little now, but I want to go back to it. I have aquarelle translation things, paints, and I have acrylic paints, and I want to really get back to it now in spring and summer, and I will take you with me on this journey. Then I call it fantasy, or you could say stories. And in this I include books and also TV shows and movies and gaming. But I think the two most vital parts are books and gaming, because you kind of live the story more, like you're more in the story than in movies and TV shows. Like, at least it's like that for me. And the fourth thing I get is social. I am an introverted person. In big social gatherings, my energy drains pretty fast. But I know now that although I'm an introvert, I need special people that are dear to me to keep me up. Like my partner, like some of my really good friends, and family, and that's so important. And I tend to I neglected it a lot, and I'm back to getting better at that. So yeah, those are the 4 categories that I try to stay in balance. It's not easy because I tend to hyper focus on one part and neglect the others. But I'm trying to get better, and I know that I can count on those categories whenever I'm feeling down to lift me back up. I'm not saying that it's easy. Not at all. It's not easy at all. But it helps. This doesn't mean that I don't have depressive phases anymore or anxiety. It will be a part of my life for all my life. And that's something you need to accept and work with as well, which is not easy. Sometimes whenever you're back into a depressive phase, you think, why me? Why do I need to have these feelings for the rest of my life? Because it's hard and it hurts. But I realized that the depressive phases aren't as long anymore, or tend to go way faster, which is a big plus. It's still hard, but it's a start, right? And I feel much better, although I still tend to go back in those ruts. Yeah, it's a marathon. It's a marathon, but I'm facing it. So yeah, so that's the balance I'm trying to get into my life. So yeah, that's that. And I guess that rounds up our video for today. And hey, cat, he's distracting. You want to say goodbye? You want to say goodbye? Oh, come here. Come here. Goodbye, Calcifer and me. We're going to play and cuddle a little now. Are we? Are we? We are. He's like, what am I doing? Can I please? Yeah, I want to. Yes, please, Mom. Can you let me go? I can. Okay, so see you again soon. That was it. I hope you liked the video. And now I think I need to say these things you do whenever you end a video. It's like, subscribe, and stuff. So I would be happy if you do that. And see you.